What's going on, guys? My name is Dan Davis, and I'm the creative director here on DansTube.TV, which is Australia's #1 ranked drone YouTube channel. Today, I'm testing my FPV skills, or pushing my FPV skills to the next level, hopefully. I've been occasionally jumping into the Uncrashed FPV Simulator, but I thought if I set myself up a live stream, keeps me accountable, then I have to force myself to actually keep practicing. I still haven't gone out yet and flown the Avata 2 with the FPV Controller 3 just yet. But what I have done, a new update here, a lot of people were telling me with this left stick here, I should not leave it in the middle. And it makes sense, right? Because if I fly an actual FPV drone and I want to go and collect the drone because I've crashed it, it's just going to be set in that neutral position. So it's going to continue to like thrust, right? So that makes sense, because then I can just drop it down to the lower point there. I'm still trying to find the right balance with it, but that seems to be helping whenever I have jumped in the simulator to play around with it. So yeah, this is kind of this is what I called it, FPV Simulator to real life, skills progression in Uncrashed FPV Drone Simulator. Today, again, I do have 2 more codes. I reached out to Uncrashed and they've been very supportive. So they've given us 2 more codes to give away. So throughout this live stream, I will put the codes up on the screen, and whoever is the first one to get the code will get Uncrashed Sim. So keep that in mind. 2 codes coming up at some point throughout the video. The only other thing to keep in mind is with the D1 store, if you are interested in drones, accessories, the controller, whatever it might be that you're interested in, you can actually use the code DansTube over there. I just thought I'd quickly show you how that all works. So let me just quickly share my screen here. Here we go. So let's say, for example, you're looking to get the DJI FPV Remote Controller 3. This is through d1store.com.au. You can literally type in the code DansTube, press apply, and you will get a discount. And this applies to a lot of different drones and accessories. So keep that in mind if you are looking for any form of deal, any form of drone, accessory, camera from the D1 store. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's jump into it. I will share my screen now. I'd love anyone who's got any comments just to let me know if you've got any questions, if you're practicing. I know last time we had a few people that were practicing, so shout out to all those people. I'm just going to start sharing my screen now, and we will jump into this. Here we go. Cool. So I'm just going back to the dock again. This is one that I seem to enjoy a little bit more. I also realized that when I was practicing after the live stream, I was so much better because I wasn't talking and flying. So that will also make a big difference, I'm sure, the more I practice without trying to live stream and entertain. And that will apply to when I'm actually flying FPV properly as well. So let's just spin around here. I feel a little bit more controlled, but since changing the stick, it's actually taken a little bit of getting used to, just because previously I was counteracting the movement in a different way, and now obviously I'm moving it again in a slightly different way. But you can see, even just comparing it to the first time I flew in my previous live stream, if you were here there, definitely a lot more controlled, still getting used to everything, but you can see I can actually get some more control as I'm flying through tighter gaps. Pick up the speed, 100 kilometers. Let's do it around here. Yeah, even just looking at this, like I'm definitely picking it up a little bit more. I found that actually after doing the live stream last time, I was actually just sitting here, and it was like that night. So like I finished the live stream. Oh, let's go a bit higher. Finished the live stream through the day. And my partner came in. She's like, what are you doing? Because obviously the sound of this, you just wonder what's going on. And I told her I'd done this live stream, and she was kind of watching me, and she's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And I'm like, no, like you have a go, see how you go with it. And she had a go and just crashed into everything. And then I just had a go, like as she left, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually like way more controlled than when I started. Like there's definitely some improvements there. I'm nowhere near ready, I don't think, just yet, but even like looking at that, being able to go between tight gaps, but that to me seems like an improvement. You know what I'm saying? Looks pretty good. what's going on, guys? We've got a few people in the chat, or a few people watching, sorry. Make sure to share this around if you want, if you've got any friends that want to get into FPV, because again, I will have 2 codes that I will put up on the screen very soon. That was super low to the ground there. So definitely share this around. If you got anyone that wants to get into FPV, this is the way to go about it, right? You don't want to go out there and try to fly straight away with a really expensive drone. Let's go between here. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to try over this way. I was flying over this way a little bit earlier, and I will change to another map soon, and then I will put up one of the codes very shortly. So hello, everyone. We haven't had anyone in the chat just yet, but welcome. If you do have any questions, let me know. Ooh, not good. Let's reset. I'm just going to change this banner here as well. So let's just change this to that. There we go. So yeah, again, the reason I'm doing this is not necessarily to go about the entertaining path of trying to be an FPV pilot and narrate the whole thing, more so just to keep me accountable, because I was finding that I'm just so busy that I'm like I'm not jumping on as much as I should be to get prepared to fly FPV properly. Let's see if I can dump in here. Fair enough. That wasn't that great. Yeah, so this is, again, more so just to keep me accountable to the process of learning a little bit more. Since I've loosened that left stick, it's definitely taken a little bit of getting used to. But again, it makes sense why you would want to do that. I watched a few FPV pilots, and they were kind of saying, yeah, just loosen the left stick, because then if you do crash the drone, you don't have to worry about holding the left stick down, basically. You can actually just position the left stick down and it will just hold that position. It also just means that the finer adjustments like this are a little bit easier. But because I was obviously training myself for a couple of hours when the left stick was in a neutral middle position, I'm retraining my brain again. I made it harder for myself. But you got to do these things to learn, right? Let's try a little bit of a angle down. Oh, that was nice. See, again, something like that I would not have been able to do the first time I did this. See, I'm risking it for the biscuit. But no biscuits today, unfortunately. Okay, let's go back this way. Oh, the barrels. This is cool here, all these shipping containers. Oh, that would have been sick. Let's try that again. That's actually cool, that little circuit down there. Oh, no. Okay. All those pipes are very tempting. Let's try a little bit of a down. Oh yeah, so even that, clear improvements here, which is good to see, because I had a little bit of a practice before I went live, and I'm like, oh god, have I completely lost it again? Do I know what I'm doing? But you can see, definitely have a little bit more control than when I started, which is nice. And me practicing again for a little bit today, maybe another big session of practicing, and then I'll probably take it out and just try my first flight and just document that whole thing so you guys can see. I know last time we had a few people that were wanting to learn FPV as well, so that was cool to see other people on a similar journey as me. Let's try the power loop thing, whatever they call that. Over the barrel, over the container, sorry. I did it, hit the ground, but I did it. So 5 people who are joined, welcome. Make sure to leave a comment if you are learning FPV. I'd love to know who's learning FPV, who's flying FPV, who knows how to fly FPV. Let me know in the comments. If you are looking for the code as well, make sure to let me know just so I know when to actually announce that first code. I'm obsessed with this map. I really should change maps though. Let's try to do a fast one through here. Ooh, it was a bit risky, that one. Oh, that was cool. All right, let me just jump over to another map right now. Got 5 people watching. Thank you so much for supporting. All right, let's try a different one here. So what haven't we tried? Stadium looks pretty cool. It's a little bit kind of confined though. Sanatorium. There's an abandoned forest, could be pretty cool. Urban Bando. Let's try this one. I don't think I've tried this one. No. Let's try this one, see how we go. And then in a bit after testing this one, I will post that first code for everyone to have a look at. And I was actually only just talking to someone today about how challenging it is to be entertaining, like doing any form of gameplay video. So talking and being good at a game. So all those people who do gameplay videos, they're playing Fortnite or PUBG or something like that. Some people can go, "Oh, that's so easy," or like, that's not a real job. But I tell you what, it's a skill. It's a skill to be able to focus on all sorts of things, be entertaining, be articulate, engage with your audience, be good at a game, or in this instance, be good at a sim. It's a whole thing. Ooh, that was pretty good, wasn't it? A little bit fiddly. I'm just going to focus for a bit, guys. No, can't get that one. And this is maybe a bit too advanced for me anyway. The dock seems to be a bit more open and, I can keep further away from things, but still. Damn. No. No. What the hell is happening? There we go. Nice. Okay, let's try back again. Nope. Let's reset this one, hey? I think I'm going to try to go a bit lower here and see how I can go with my low control. Terrible, apparently. Okay, there we go. It's a bit better. And then through here. Oh, too confident. A bit too cocky with that one, wasn't I? Let's try this. Okay, I'm trying a bit of my low control here. Guess I'm just trying to figure out like what skills it is, like what skills I actually need to know and learn for when I go out. Because I'm definitely not going to be doing anything crazy my first flight. It's more so just seeing if I can actually fly an FPV drone. Really, is the main focus of me going out for the first flight. So this is, I guess, just me getting used to the finer controls, which I would imagine would help me in the long run. That was terrible. So there you go, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one. Am I getting worse? What's happening here? Hey, I tried to land it. I love it when the FPV pilots do that. They just come in and just basically smash the ground and then just launch it from the ground again. They just do that, but they come down, bit of a bounce, and then launch it again. Okay, we're gonna get back this way. tried to tell myself that I'd be a bit quieter in this live stream, just again to keep me accountable and to learn some of the skills I think I need to know before going out and flying for the first time properly. So even just that's something I could not have done when I first started. Woo! Okay, so we've got only a few people tuning in, which is fine. Wasn't expecting a huge turnout here. But let's just quickly come over to here. And so for the people that are tuning in, I'm testing out my FPV skills, just kind of going along the progression. So I've done one live stream previously. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago. How do I not know? It's only been a couple of weeks, but not long ago I did my first live stream. I've practiced a little bit since then using Uncrashed FPV Simulator. I did previously give away 2 codes. So thank you to the Uncrashed team for sending those 2 codes through. We do have 2 brand new codes for Uncrashed FPV, the simulator. So launch Steam right now. If you're tuning in, we've only got a few people, so you've got a really good chance. And if you're watching this after the live stream, they might not have been redeemed, so still try it anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash up right now the first code. There it is, 5N6QJ-67K52-JBDYY. So that's the first code. I'll leave that up for a little bit while I continue practicing. Make sure to go to Steam. Try to get that one redeemed if you can, and you'll get yourself a free FPV Drone Simulator to give yourself a chance of learning. And you don't have to have a controller like I have, which is the DJI FPV Remote Controller, the official one. You know, this thing isn't necessarily cheap, so maybe you don't have this, but you can use like Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers. You can use all sorts of other FPV controllers if you have them. So don't feel like you have to get an expensive piece of kit. You can literally just get used to it with a video game controller. So keep that in mind, because this is a great way of learning, great way of getting your hands on an FPV experience. And it's cool because they only recently just added a map editor. So there's multiplayer, there's the single player, which I'm doing now. And then there's also a map editor, which is kind of cool. Oh, that was nice. Oh, very close. Yeah, so there's the map editor as well, which is a brand new update. So you can add in all sorts of textures and objects and all sorts of things to make your own maps, which is a very welcome feature here, especially for the FPV pilots that want to create their own little world. Just trying to go through those pipes. Not today, Junior. All right, let me jump to another map. Gonna have one of my lollies while I'm here. Why not? Still got a few people in. If you did redeem the code, let us know in the comments. Let us know if you got it. All right, what do we want to do? Mountain open's kind of cool. Let's do Rallycross. This is cool. Let's see how we go with the Rallycross. It's good when there's something to track. I feel like that forces me to try a few more things. Am I going the wrong way? Where are these cars? There they are. Oh, that's cool as. It's hard to get that perspective and get the right angle. Oh, that was a clean one. Keep up, buddy. Oh, very cool. See, this definitely shows some of my improvements here. And again, this is all I'm looking for, just these fine movements. Just looking for something for when I actually go out and fly properly, just so I know I've got the basics down. I'm not going to be doing anything crazy straight off the bat, which I'm sure no one in the FPV world probably went straight into crazy flips and all sorts. They had to learn it along the way. Yes, the jump. Oh, this is a cool one, this one. Oh. I need to get a bit lower, don't I? Yep, yep. Nice. He's doing the jump, I think. I think this is the jump path. Let's try to keep up with him here. Where's he at? Oh no. There he is. Oh, I missed it. That was terrible. All right, so make sure you try to redeem the code, guys. I don't know if anyone's redeemed it yet. I think the chat, I'm having issues with the chat maybe at the moment, but yeah, make sure you try that code that's on screen. Go to Steam, type in Uncrashed. You'll find the sim that I'm using, the simulator. But yeah, just go to the redeem code, which I think is in the top corner near where your profile is. You can redeem the code or redeem product, they might call it. Let's see if someone's coming. Here we go. And yeah, try that, because I don't know if anyone's got it yet. So the opportunity is still there to get that code. And there will be one more code coming very soon after I've done a bit more of this live stream. Right, where's this guy going? Oh, I'm really focusing. This is very hard to focus on and talk. Where's he at? There he is. Might catch up with the old mate. A bit easier to see, isn't it? The yellow. Whoa! That was a last minute save, that one. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Nice. Yeah, I'm still very fiddly with these movements. Like if this was something I was filming for someone, it wouldn't be the best footage, would it? Here we go, full speed, and we got it. Pretty cool. Oh, you just flipped him. I don't know if that's scripted. Wait, these actually like have their own paths? That's odd. I was not expecting to see him flip. I thought it'd almost be like a linear race where they like repeat the exact same movement, but that's cool to see that it's dynamic like that. Well, I assume it is, unless they're crashing like that every single time, I guess. Let's keep up with the old mate, try to get some speed. Is he at? Is he coming? There he is. The jump. Woo! It'd be cool if they flipped on that point and I could roll underneath the car. good part. Oh, that was cool, isn't it? That was pretty cool. Yep. Go for it. Oh, brother. There you go. All right, let's land it up here. Landed on the roof. I flipped it. There we go. I'm on the roof. Ready to go. Cool. So that first code, everyone, that one is now going to go away for a second. So again, for people jumping in, we've only got a few people in. The whole idea of this series that I'm doing, this live stream, is just a way of trying to connect with people, but also keep me accountable for my journey, my FPV journey, because I'm just not doing it too much, right? I'm not practicing as much as I should be. So forcing myself to do a live stream, to jump in, chat to people, it forces me to do it. So it seems to be working. I've practiced now for what, nearly 30 minutes, and I seem to be going all right. I did, since the previous one, I have basically loosened this left stick here now, so it will, it will sit in its position, but I can put it right down to the bottom like that. And that was a recommendation from a lot of FPV pilots, is that you want it to sit like that. Mine was literally sitting in the middle the whole time. So it meant that I pretty much always had to pull down because it was constantly increasing in altitude. So that seems to be making a difference, like just from my test that I've been doing today. I've got the 2 codes to give away. I just gave away one for the Uncrashed Simulator. Hopefully someone picked that up. And there will be another code that I'll flash up on the screen in the next 10 or so minutes. I'll probably change to a different track, practice a bit longer, put another code up, practice a bit longer, and then I'll wrap up for the day. And the goal is basically to progress from a simulator like Uncrashed into flying the Avata 2, an actual FPV drone, flying it properly with the FPV Remote Controller 3. So that's the goal, that's the intention, that's the plan. And I appreciate everyone joining me on this journey. If you do have any questions, if you've got anything you want to ask along the way, let me know. This one, I'm definitely focusing more in on just being silent as much as possible and trying to focus in, because I just found that when I was practicing in the last episode, I was like engaging a lot with comments, chatting a lot, and I think that probably like put me off a little bit, to be honest with you. So yeah, we will get this set up again. I've just got to quickly turn this one off. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to practice a bit longer, and then there will be another code. So for the few people that are still watching, make sure to let your friends know, let people know that there will be one more code for Uncrashed popping up on the screen very soon. Okay, so what do I want to go? I tested Horizon last time. That was pretty fun. The Meadow. Let's try the Meadow. That's the one I started with. Yeah, I remember that structure over in the corner there. Okay, so this is the one I started with last time, and I was terrible. So let's see, where's that structure? Oh yeah, it's over there. Okay, so I'll go over to that structure in a second. Let's see how I go with this farmland over here. Oh, that would have been sick. Very low little gap to get into. Here we go, between the 2 silos. Around the tree. Oh, look at me. Look at me around the tree. Let's rev this a little bit, get over here. Yeah, so this is where I was testing last time. Yeah, my first ever attempt. And I was crashing constantly. I wasn't able to really control anything. Let's see how much better I am now. Nice. Oh, that would have been sick. That was close. That's what I'm worried about, It's like, it's all well and good in a sim, but, if I do this with the Avata 2, it's going to be an expensive trip. Okay, the control's definitely a lot better now. Look at this. Hey. Let's see where we go. Down here. Oh, I was just trying to set up, guys. What am I doing? Perfect. What am I doing? I'm trying too much. Trying too hard, I think. Okay, let's restart and try that again. Let's come back fresh to this. Okay, pretty good. Love to know how many broken FPV drones there are at these kind of abandoned places around the world. Because like sometimes if you crash it somewhere and you got no way to get it back, it would just sit there in an abandoned building. There'd be no maintenance, so no one would ever go there and find it. Must just be a graveyard of drones at all these abandoned spots. Okay, so let's try a bit of a swoopy over. Don't know what that was. Okay, I'm gonna go away and just try to compose myself. That was not great. Let's go over here and try with these. Oh, this is cool. A little windmill that you can fly through. Is that an actual gap, that window? Oh, I made it. That is crazy. Okay, it's going to be a hard one to get out of now, isn't it? There we go. Made it through the window, though. Pretty cool. Oh, don't know what happened there. I think stopped the movements a bit, didn't I? Feels weird. Control this one. Very cool. Try one of these dives that everyone loves over here. That was not what we were wanting. Maybe if we go over this mountain and then come back down. Huh. Oh, way too risky, that one. Okay. Get it together. The map just popped in there. All right, we've still got a few people in. Stay tuned, guys. I will flash up that other code very soon. Oh, I'm losing reception out here. That's a good way of putting like a limit on a map, isn't it? Because that's a reality of what would happen with an FPV drone anyway. Nice. Yeah. What can we do here? Another little abandoned building. There's so many of them. A little farming space, isn't it? All right, let's go back. And what I will do is I'm going to flash up that second code right now. There we go. So 87AW9 dash, I guess it's an IB7MH dash KT0E4. So get on that. Even if you're watching this after the live stream's done, you do still have a chance because we don't have many people tuning in. I didn't even promote this live stream. I just kind of left it. And it's a bit of a weird time to go live. It's like 1:40 p.m. in Australia. So people are working and whatnot, but it's fine. Again, I just wanted to keep it myself accountable by jumping on. So you actually might have a chance to get that after the fact. And we're at 36 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the dock. This is the one that seems to challenge me a fair bit and has all sorts of exciting things happening. So I'll leave that code up. Try to get on it. And let's keep practicing for a bit longer. Well, that was pretty good. Nice circuit so far. Look at me. Pretty smooth. I don't know if these cars interact, actually. I don't think they do. Never seen them hit each other. That was cool in that other one. How the cars actually, like, one of them rolled the other car. Don't know if that was scripted or if that's a random event, but pretty cool. Doesn't seem to happen in this one, though. Oh, I tried it. Tried it through that gap. Oh, that would have been good. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Where's this dude going? Is he just drifting for the sake of drifting? Come on, brother. That put me off for sure. Let's try again. Yeah, so get on that code, guys. Don't know who's redeemed it yet or if anyone has, but that code up on the screen right now is an opportunity to get the Uncrashed FPV Simulator, which is what I'm using right now. It has a map builder, has multiplayer, has single player, which is what I'm doing right now. Perfect opportunity to practice and get used to FPV. And you can use a Xbox controller, PlayStation controller, any other FPV controller that's supported. I'm using the DJI FPV Remote Control 3, but it works with the second and first edition, as well as other DJI controllers and FPV controllers for different drones. So definitely check it out. It's well worth it. That code, if you haven't tried it yet, definitely give it a try because I don't know if anyone has redeemed it. Let's go around here. Pretty good. Oh, did it. Get the power loop. See if we can get between one of these. Yay. All right. So the two people who just jumped in, what's going on? That code on the screen right now, you can redeem. So go to Steam, go to redeem product, I think they call it, put in this code, and you could get yourself the Uncrashed FPV Simulator. I'm going to now remove that code. And so if you get a chance to re-watch the live stream, there were 2 codes that popped up to win this simulator. Make sure to re-watch the video and try to get those. I don't know 100% if anyone's actually redeemed them. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I don't think I'm getting the comment feed up, and also I can't tell if anyone's redeemed it while I'm playing. So give it a whirl. What are we at? We're at 41 minutes. I'll probably go for another few minutes. Go around this a couple of times, and then I'm going to wrap up today. I feel like that's a decent practice. Definitely feeling a bit more confident. Crashing less. I'm only seeming to crash when I'm doing like the risky stuff. So I guess that's promising, because when I actually fly properly, I'm going to limit the risky stuff and focus on just trying to fly an actual FPV drone, which is the goal of this whole series. So keep tuned, because the next one won't actually be a live stream. Bang. Yeah, the next one won't be a live stream. It will actually be me flying, so it'll be like an edited video. I'll have a camera out, I'll have the feed from the Avata 2, and I'll practice in a nice open, empty area with no one around, and just see how this translates, going from a sim to flying FPV. I have no idea what to expect. Could be extremely traumatizing. Oh, look at that. Daniel Davis. Mate, you are a champion FPV pilot. Clearly not. Okay, a bit more, guys, and then we'll wrap it up today. Thank you so much for all the support, though, on the channel. There's more coming, as always. And this was fun, just to jump in. Not that I engaged too much with anyone. The comments feed seemed to be broken for some reason. Either that or no one engaged or commented, but we had a few people watching. So, yeah, don't know what happened there. I hope that a few people got the code. It's always nice to give back to you guys. I was just going to do this as a live stream, but classic Dan, trying to bring more value, and I thought, well, if I can keep doing giveaways, then you guys get some codes, you actually get a chance to win this. And I will have another giveaway actually coming up soon. It will be through my newsletter. So go to fearlessdrone.academy, sign up for my newsletter over there. And there is another giveaway coming soon. I'll probably post it on my YouTube channel as well. Oh, that wasn't good. That was not good. Yeah, so keep tuned for that, because there will be another giveaway on the newsletter and on the YouTube channel soon. And then I'm planning a huge one for when I hit 100,000 subscribers. Trying to get a big giveaway prize for that one. So keep tuned for that for sure. Go for it, little drone. The drifty boy, what's the drifter doing? Drifty McDrifterson. What you be drifting on? Yeah, even that, like that movement right there, I guarantee I would have crashed the first time we tested this. Even going low to the ground, but controlling it. So I'm clearly getting some form of improvement here. Even doing this, banking around. These are movements I was not doing in my first test. So this is looking promising. Love to know if anyone in the comments has watched the first episode and then watched this one and has noticed any differences in the way that I'm controlling the drone. And it's hard to tell whether like loosening the left stick has made a big difference, but like everyone was going on about how much of a big difference it makes. I guess in this kind of context, I probably wouldn't notice. It's more so in the real world where, I crashed the drone and I need to get it back. That's where I would notice it, because I'd have to keep holding the left stick down. So yeah, and also I guess like in terms of the finer movements, I'm able to just kind of hold it like in that position there just to get slow, gradual movement. That's maybe something I would have struggled with more when the stick was a bit tighter. So I think loosening the stick has made a big difference here. I think also just me doing this has made a big difference, me practicing a bit more. Old mate's going to go in here. Oh, risky. I'm going to try over here, and then we'll start wrapping up, guys. So thanks, everyone, again for tuning in, supporting the channel. Check out some of my other videos recently. I've had some cool videos I've posted, and there will be some more coming very soon. If I can get this. Hey, not what I wanted exactly, but I did it. Let's try through this open door. Oh, yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of the support as always. Let me just remove that one. There we go. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all of the support. Those codes, like I said, let me just move into frame a little bit. I was kind of awkwardly out of position there. So yeah, those codes, like I said, they will be available after the fact. So I don't know who's redeemed them. Check those out. Thanks for all the support. Stay tuned for my actual first flight with the Avata 2 flying FPV. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I really hope that I can pick it up. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. It's a little bit of a goal of mine to get into the FPV flight a little bit more. So it's cool that I've been able to try this. And thank you so much for following me, joining me in this journey. I appreciate it. As always, I'll chat to you very soon, though, guys. Have an amazing day. Peace.